Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming. And today I'm going to talk about the um, Master of Science in Regulatory Affairs program. It's a joint program with City of Hope. This is our second joint program that we offer with City of Hope. And it's very exciting because KGI is strong in offering industry-oriented courses, preparing students for applied research and other things. And City of Hope is great on research and regulatory affairs. So this MS in Regulatory Affairs program is a 2-year program that will prepare students for various careers or to continue their education. So students would be positioned to continue work in the industry, academia, or hospital setting, wherever there is regulatory affairs departments or capabilities. Or students who graduate from this program can continue into PhD um, doctoral level in regulatory affairs. And if so, regulatory affairs is an important part of drug discovery development process. Not only drugs, medical devices, and other entities that are used to treat patients or to assess patients. So, so if you look at the pharma pipeline where technologies are discovered or drugs are discovered, then they're developed, and then they go through, as in case of drugs, they go through clinical trials, and then they are sent to market. Regulatory affairs deal with every step of that drug discovery pipeline. So regulatory affairs, they make sure that the manufacturers, developers follow Food and Drug Administration government guidelines on standards of whatever these companies are working on to develop. So the regulatory affairs deal with therapeutics, devices, healthcare tools, making sure that the standards are followed. And so regulatory affairs professionals, they participate in manufacturing process, compliance of manufacturing process, and regulatory requirements. So the manufacturers follow regulatory requirements and other or clinical trial activities, like now with the coronavirus vaccine. It's heavily, regulatory affairs are heavily involved with coronavirus vaccine development. So, um, so in drug development, medical device, biological product industries, regulatory affairs are part of research and development, clinical trials, submissions of regulatory related protocols, manufacturing, marketing, reimbursement, even post-market surveillance. When a drug or device is on the market, there's still involvement of regulatory affairs. So, so this is one, it's the company is dealing with drugs and medical devices. In food industry, regulatory affairs are involved in engage with products, facilities, manufacturing operations, distributions. So throughout the life cycle of this product, regulatory affairs are involved. And if you look at the employment outlook, it's a growing market. There's been 40% increase in job listings related to regulatory affairs positions, and it will, the job listing number will continue to grow in the next few years, at least that's what we can see now. So it's all positive. The employment outlook is very positive. Now, This program is a joint program. So we are collaborating or partnering with City of Hope, where students will get didactic education in form of didactic courses on KGI side. So we will teach students industry applied courses and other professional development experiences and so forth. And the City of Hope is specifically Translational Development Center of City of Hope will supply students and will allow students to work on projects that are sponsored by real life companies that come to this Translational Development Center at City of Hope and ask the center to solve the solve problems from those companies. So it's it's a 50-50 program. Year one, students will be involved, will be taking courses at KGI, and the following year they will spend entire year working on 2 projects at City of Hope in Translational Development Center. And learning objectives for the program is to prepare students to work in the industry in regulatory affairs. The students through courses or through rotations will understand what are the regulatory review steps as part of clinical trial protocol or other submissions, will participate in submission of those documents, will identify gaps and try to fill those gaps. And again, in relation to regulatory affairs, will learn to how to communicate effectively. And when you work in a team of people that come from different directions, that's what industry is. You're not only talking to scientists, you're not only talking to people from regulatory affairs, you're talking to a community. And so we, especially at KGI, will prepare you to talk, to communicate with teams of people. And of course, KGI is all about teamwork. There's a lot of courses where um, team activities presentations are an integral part, and um, that's what students will experience. Now here's the curriculum. This is a 60 credit program, and as I mentioned, during first year students will be mostly at KGI, and they will take core courses in regulatory affairs as well as advanced courses and electives and professional development courses. And I believe on Fridays, students will be at City of Hope because they will have to identify their projects, maybe do a couple of rotations to identify 2 projects that they will work on during their second year. And then second year will be spent at City of Hope working on those projects, 2-3 months projects, real life, sponsored by companies, and maybe occasionally the students will be at KGI to present their findings, to take professional development courses or other events, attend maybe networking events, and identify um, employers, apply for jobs and so forth. So here's the curriculum of the program. It's pretty structured. As you can see, there are courses related with regulatory affairs, either for drug discovery, for small molecules, for biologics, so like antibodies, proteins, um, regulations, regulatory affairs, related topics, intro to US food and drug law, drug discovery, drug development. So you will be introduced to pharma pipeline, how those drugs and treatments are developed, discovered, developed, and sent to market. So there's discovery, development aspect, business aspect as well, clinical trial design, um, and so forth. In addition to those core courses, there will be a couple of professional development classes, such as 397 professional development, healthcare and life sciences, industry ethics. And then during second year, students will spend to go be involved in 2 rotations at City of Hope. So here's what those rotations would look like. So as I said, there will be 2 rotations, once per semester, where students would be involved in writing or submission of clinical trial protocol, preparing documentations, investigators brochure, review data, and make sure it follows the FDA guidelines and it's completed, and will also participate in drug development, um, like participation in team meetings during preclinical development and so forth. So this is very exciting because this is a real life experience. Again, students will be exposed to didactic courses, applied courses related to industry, and will be working on real life projects sponsored by real life companies. That is a great way to get industry experience and identify or secure a job um, that you can um, have after you graduate from the program. So what can I do with this degree? You can work in anything regulatory affairs related. Again, you can work in the industry, you can work in academia, or you can work in a clinical setting, wherever the regulatory aspect is or regulatory department is present. So it's either compliance specialist, food safety inspector, clinical research associate, regulatory affairs specialist, manager, or director based on what courses you take as electives in addition to the required ones. And to introduce students to this program, we will be offering summer program in regulatory affairs where students will get an understanding of what regulatory affairs are. There will be a number of projects related to regulatory affairs. Plus, we'll have speakers, key opinion leaders from industry, where they can talk about what is it like to work in regulatory affairs departments and have those responsibilities, and what are career opportunities. There will be a number of career panels. So if more information is needed, there's similar information is available on the website, MS in Regulatory Affairs page, KGI. I believe City of Hope is working on establishing their own program page, which will come soon. So I am program director on the KGI side, and Helen Leo, she is the program director on the City of Hope side. So if you would like to get some information on the didactic portion of the program, I will be able to answer your questions. But if it's on the projects, on the experiential learning, Yellen Leo would be the best persons to contact, although I can be contacted as well at any time. Do we have any questions?
Wow, this sounds amazing. I had no idea that this was what this was.
I agree with you. Yeah. This is an unexplored area. So we just developed this program, and when we were developing it, we assessed what current programs are available on market in LA area or nationwide, and we found that majority of programs that are offered are for people who are already in the field working in industry and have some prior experience. So they would either they want to get more experience, or maybe change direction, or get another type of position. But this program is for people who never had experience, who would like to, after maybe an undergrad, um, would like to continue into regulatory affairs at the, and get a position in industry or other venues. So we believe this, and we know this is a unique program, um, that is, and that is very exciting. Diana, what was your question? I'm sorry. I just feel so excited about this program. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, I'm excited too. This
Mhm.
this really sounds amazing. I'm actually in the LA area right now. I'm about
Uh-huh.
20 minutes away from the Claremont colleges.
Hmm.
So yeah, I feel pretty lucky. And this is um, really great
Hmm.
because my curriculum that we have at San Jose State, this is
Hmm.
only one class. This is only one course that we're required to take. So the people that
Hmm.
um, are excited to continue in
Uh-huh.
this field don't, I don't know if they really know about programs like this.
Exactly.
So I'll be
Yeah.
really glad to go back and share this with people who are in my same like graduating year.
Cohort. Yes.
Classmate cohorts, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying, because and it's that's what I have observed. Students, people who graduate from undergraduate programs, they don't know what regulatory affairs is, but there is so much opportunity for job opportunities that nobody knows about. And if you go to on a website, I believe the um, the average salary is 150,000, which is amazing. So there is a market, there are job opportunities, and we are here to prepare students to get those positions. And yeah, yeah. What I wanted to mention, Diana, having participating in summer regulatory affairs program, which will be approximately 3 weeks. It's a great way to understand what regulatory affairs are. Maybe if you would like to participate, or if you would like your classmates to participate in, feel free to connect with Sharon or other people from the admissions office, and we would be happy to have you as part of that program. Again,
Absolutely. I'm definitely interested.
mhm,
Yeah, Diana, I'll put my email address and contact information in the chat. Feel free to email me
mhm.
with any questions, but I'll also reach out to you. I think we have your email from when you RSVP'd also.
Yeah,
Great.
and
Thank you so much.
yeah, and I have this Calendly site. So if you are interested in scheduling a meeting, you don't have to connect with me. You just go to the site and see what available time slots are. So, and it will generate a Zoom link for you, so we can meet and as many times as you want. Because I understand there's so much information and so many questions about this, and I'm available to meet with you anytime you have a question.
I have a question,
Hmm.
Anastasia.
Hmm.
Is the Shore Summer Program, does it have a regulatory affairs track?
It so this regulatory affairs will be part of CBB, Career Beyond Bench
Oh, okay.
program. So first session will be Career Beyond Bench. Second session, 3 weeks, will be on regulatory
Regulatory.
affairs. Dr.
I see.
Casper and Dr. West will be in charge of that.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, Diana, if you wanted to get, wait, I'm sorry, I don't know if you said, but what year are you in your undergrad, Diana?
Third.
I'm a third year.
Third year. Okay. So if you wanted to get a little bit of insight as far as what this program might look like, our summer programs are a great way to really preview our graduate programs. There are many versions of what our graduate programs look like. So the CBB program is the Careers Beyond the Bench.
Hmm.
And so from what I understand, there's a second track that will be
Yeah.
geared towards regulatory affairs.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Yes. I'm not sure if it's on website right now. Oh yeah, I can share it with you. Is it? So if you go to career beyond Careers Beyond Bench. This second online session is from July 5th to 16th. It's clinical regulatory affairs focus. So you can apply.
Is this a virtual summer program or an in-person summer program?
It's virtual.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Virtual.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and we also have a fee waiver that I can put in the chat for you as well. And that will waive your application fee for the summer program.
Yeah. Oh, fee waiver, Sharon.
Easy. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me a little bit more about the requirements for the master's program? Or what an ideal candidate might look like, maybe?
Sharon, do you remember what the requirements are?
Yeah, for the admissions requirements for the program, I can go over that really quickly. Let me pull it up right now, actually. Let me see if I can share it, maybe. Okay, so as far as admissions requirements for the program, your online application is going to be number one, a personal statement that's going to be reviewed by admissions. So just make sure that's geared towards research, life science industry, yes, all that. Letter of recommendation, your transcripts, the application fee waiver can be waived with the same, or the application fee can be waived with the same fee waiver that I put in the chat. What's great about, and I believe we're doing this for this program as well, but correct me if I'm wrong, Anastasia, the summer, if you do get admitted as a summer program student, some of these requirements will be waived for you because you will be working so closely with Anastasia and other program directors on campus that they'll get to know you a little bit more. So they'll be able to waive things like your letter of recommendation, GRE, test scores.
Yes. And Diana, I posted the information on application requirements and so forth in the chat. But if you type KGI Regulatory Affairs Program, I'm sure you will find it as well.
Thank you so much.
Of course, anytime. Again, I can do this with you anytime. If you go to Calendly and schedule a meeting with me, we can go over this as many times as possible. Because I know from experience, students, the good questions always come after you're done. So we can do it as many times as possible. And I hope you participate in the summer program to get a better understanding of what regulatory affairs are, what KGI has to offer, what City of Hope has to offer as part of this program. And I'm sure you'll be very excited and will find this program useful and talk about it with your classmates, because it's a great way to get introduced to the industry and find position in the industry. Yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been a great informational seminar.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank you for sharing so much information.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. If you had any other questions, feel free.